Welcome to the Cyrus Training Series. This course will cover an overview of contacts, why and how we use them to support ESA's sales processes. After completing this course, you'll take a short quiz to verify your understanding of the points covered. Once you successfully complete the quiz, you can move on to the next course. We'll divide this course into the following sections. First, we'll define contacts and why we use them. Next, we'll cover the different types of contacts. Our third section will outline when and how to create a contact. We will discuss contact relationships and how to handle them in Cyrus. Then we'll review some of the key information we need to capture in our contact records. Finally, we'll discuss how activities and opportunities work with contacts. Are you ready? Let's start by defining contacts. A contact is a person that is involved in decision-making for business ESA has won or is pursuing. We track and evaluate our sales activities and relationship status at the contact level. Contacts typically work for or are related to an ESA account. We classify contacts in several different ways. Buyer type describes the contact role in selecting hotels. We'll discuss this in more detail in a moment. The contact type identifies whether this contact primarily works with our sales team, our accounts receivable department, or both. Contact level indicates whether the person is involved in travel for the account as a whole or strictly a local contact for one market within an account that is owned by someone else. Now let's circle back to buyer types. We categorize contacts as one of 6 different buyer types based on their role in selecting hotels. Able to move share indicates someone who has financial decision-making authority over company travel, but is not currently involved in day-to-day decision-making around hotel stays. This person is typically motivated by saving money for their company. Think owner, CFO, or procurement officer, and could play a role in hotel selection if they see a financial upside to doing so. A centralized influencer is someone who is not choosing hotels on a routine basis, but has the ability to influence others within the organization as to which hotels they work with. A corporate travel manager is just what you would expect, someone who oversees a company's travel or hotel program and determines which hotels they will establish preferred relationships with. This person typically isn't selecting hotels for individual stays, but rather providing a menu of approved choices for individual travelers and managers to select from. A deal-by-deal contact indicates a person who makes lodging decisions for various groups and projects, and tends to bid out each group individually to try to get the best price. A gatekeeper is someone who may profess to make decisions about hotel stays for their company, but in fact is typically not involved. However, this person can be an effective roadblock to reaching the people who actually do make the decisions. We would classify a contact as I run the show if they make hotel selections for individuals or groups and tend to work with a limited number of preferred hotel partners for their stays. As we learn about our contacts and their role in selecting hotels, we should be able to classify them as one of these 6 buyer types. Doing so will help us sell and market to them differently based on the role they play. We should create a new contact by qualifying it from a lead when we have spoken to the person and have learned enough about them to confirm that they have a role in decision-making for sustainable business for which ESA can compete. In virtually all cases, new contacts should start out as a lead. Once we've uncovered the necessary information to confirm that creating a new contact is warranted, we would qualify the lead into a contact. Remember to connect the contact to an account as well, either to an existing account or by qualifying the lead to a new account at the same time as you qualify it to a contact. The salesperson who will be the primary owner of the relationship with this person should create the contact in Cyrus. If that is someone else, assign it to the other salesperson as a lead, and then they can qualify the lead to a contact that they will own. Once you've created a new contact, you should go into the contact record and complete all relevant information about the contact. We've already covered buyer type, and contact level. We'll touch on several other key pieces of information shortly. But first, let's spend a moment discussing account and contact relationships. Cyrus allows us to track information about the fact that some contacts may be involved in more than one account. A common example would be a travel professional who works for a third-party company but books business for a different company. In this case, we would show them as a contact within the account they work for and build a contact relationship to link them to the other account they book for. In order to be visible, this connection must be built at both ends, within the contact record and within the account record of the account they are related to. Doing this will allow us to see the connections various contacts have across accounts without creating duplicate contact records in Cyrus. Now let's take a moment to consider some of the other information we want to capture within the contact record in Cyrus. First, remember that the account name should be the name of the company the person works for, not a different account they are related to. The contact address should be the physical location of the contact, not necessarily the main location for the account. The preferred method of contact allows you to specify how the individual likes to be communicated with. Do not allow bulk emails, should be marked allow, unless the contact or the overall account has specifically requested to opt out of our B2B mailings. Do not solicit means that no ESA salesperson other than the account owner should contact this individual. Marking this field as yes makes this contact off limits for others. Remember, this restriction applies at the contact level only, not across the entire account. Contact frequency reflects your plan as to how often we should have a conversation with this person. This is partially based on what they prefer, but is also a function of your judgment as to the right frequency to keep ESA visible to the customer and to continue to build the relationship. Cyrus features several fields that will show us at a glance how frequently, how often, and how recently we've been in touch with a contact. This can give us a heads up if we are in danger of neglecting a contact for too long. Let's briefly discuss activities and opportunities as they relate to contacts. The Cyrus rule of thumb is opportunities go with accounts, activities go with contacts. When you uncover new business with an existing contact and account, you'll create a new opportunity within the account record and then associate it with the contact. Activities, on the other hand, should be created within the contact record they apply to, not at the account level. Remember, we get revenue from companies, we talk to people. That's about it for our contacts overview. Let's review a few key points. A contact is a person that is involved in decision-making for business ESA has or is competing for. We track and evaluate our sales activities and relationship status at the contact level. We discuss 3 different ways of classifying contacts, including buyer type, contact type, and contact level, and we describe the various decision-making roles represented by the 6 buyer types. We considered when and how to create a new contact in Cyrus, virtually always by creating a lead and then qualifying it to a contact. We described contact relationships and how to use them to associate a contact with multiple accounts. Then we took a quick look at a few of the most important information fields within the contact record. Finally, we discussed creating opportunities at the account level, but activities at the contact level. Now that you've completed this course, you'll answer a few quiz questions to make sure you got it. Once you've passed, you're ready to move on to the next course. Thanks for watching and happy selling.